Hope everyone is well. I've got a few people waiting, so that's great. Got a few people on here right and early. Hello everyone, welcome. My name's Tracy Bish. I'm a Stampin' Up independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'll get it right. Welcome. We're live today using the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle. I'm super excited to share this one with you. If you struggle with masculine cards, this is going to be a really great one for you. So we're using the Let's Go Fishing suite from the annual catalogue, and there's 12 cards in the tutorial bundle. So how has everyone's week been? Have you been good? Hi Sue, hi Jeanette. How freezing is it? It is so cold today. I can't believe that we've gone sort of straight from summer straight into almost winter weather. Absolutely crazy. Hi Marion. Glad to see the clock's on time. Yes, I only had to wait 6 months for daylight saving to finish. I'm just too lazy to get it down, so we're finally, daylight saving's finished, so my clock says the right thing again. Oh, so is it your birthday today? And if it is, how old did you turn? Happy birthday if it's your birthday. Oh, Jeanette's had the heater on all day. Yeah, I had to go out in it today and it was nice in the car, but getting out of the car, whew, a little bit windy, a little bit cold. So, but yeah, I did say to my husband today that I'm not happy that we've already gone straight into the stage of putting clothes out in the line and they probably won't dry completely by the end of the day. So anyway, that's what happens when you get into the cooler weather. Your birthday's on Friday. Well, happy birthday for Friday, Sue. That's awesome. I'm too old to mention. Nah, never. Yeah, so I've got exciting news. Before we get too much into it, let me show you something. Guess what finally come today? The INKY colours. I feel like I've been waiting like 2 weeks for these. They took a really long time to come in the mail. So let me go through each one really quickly and we'll get moving on everything. So welcome everyone. As you pop on, please pop on and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're new here, welcome. It's always good to see some new people as well. So we have Petunia Pop, which is a really beautiful purple. I always thought it was very similar to Fresh Freesia, but it's really not. Because when you get the two together, as you can see, it's very much a darker colour than Fresh Freesia. Then we have Peach Pie, which is a really pretty peachy orange. Summer Splash, which I think this is my favourite. I'm usually not big on greens, but I think this is a really pretty, sort of in between, I don't know, sort of a little bit like Coastal Cabana, but in the green family more. Then an oldie has come back, and I will say I was not around Stampin' Up when this was in colour. Pretty in Pink is this colour, which is a really nice pink. It's actually, we've got a lot of, you know, dull pinks as well as really bright pinks, and this one is something that we don't really have, so that's good. And then another green, which is Shy Shamrock, which I think this is a really pretty colour as well. So yeah, so 5 new in colours. I'm looking forward to playing with these. Like I said, I only got these today, but I've got some things in mind that I've got to get crafting with, and you know, probably won't get to it till the weekend, but that's okay. Oh, was it last Friday, Sue? Oh, it was last Friday, sorry. Happy birthday for last Friday. Hi Cheryl, how are you? From Texas. Nice. Hi Rachel, how are you? yeah, so super exciting. New colours. I've got lots of things planned for those in colours. So if you haven't seen yet, the new annual catalogue starts next month. I've got my catalogues on order, so as soon as I get them in my hot little hands, I'll be sending them out to all my customers that have purchased with me in the last 6 months. So if you haven't placed an order and you would like a catalogue, all you need to do is place an order and you'll be on the list. So that's super fun. So many great new products in there. I'm actually really looking forward to. We were able to do a pre-order from the catalogue, but we couldn't purchase everything. So there's quite a few different things that weren't in the pre-order that I really, really want to get my hands on. So I'm looking forward to next month and being able to get some of those new products in my hand as well. Rachel, I'm going to share your card that you sent me. I got a card from Rachel this morning. Look at this. This is using one of the new stamp sets. I think it's actually a suite in the new catalogue coming out. Isn't this gorgeous? I am really kicking myself that I didn't pick this set for the pay to play at OnStage. So pretty. I loved all the cards that were created using that set. And isn't that, thank you so much, Rachel. Absolutely beautiful card. I appreciate it. All right. Now, did you guys know today marks the first day of the last chance product sale? So I'll bring this up to 60% off. These are all the retiring products. Now, not everything is discounted, but they do have quite a few products that are 10, 15, 20, up to 60% off. So if you haven't had a look yet, head over to my online store and you can go and see what's available. It is while stocks last, so anything that is heavily discounted may not stay there for long. So I do recommend getting over there, having a look. If there's anything there that you are after, please get in and get them. The one things that really sell out super fast are the in colors that are retiring, and especially the re-inkers. So if you have that stamp set and you don't have the re-inker for those, please go and get those, because and I haven't checked before I went on live whether they're still available or not, but they do sell out super quick. So if you have the ink pad but not the re-inker and it's retiring, please go and grab those. Oh, Jeanette said it's on her list for the citrus bundle. Me too. I think, yeah, I think the dyes put me off a little bit, but absolutely beautiful. I've seen so many cards made with it. Really nice. Oh yeah, Marion got a beautiful card too. Rachel said she has loads that she wants from the new caddy. Yep. All right. Oh, thank you, everyone. All right, so I do have a couple of announcements before we get started. Does anyone have any questions before I get into the announcements? If you do, just leave a comment and I'll come back to those as we go along. I don't know, is this annoying you? Because I can see it and it's annoying me. There we go. I'll move over a little bit. That's much better. Okay, so last week in my live, I did my card for the handmade card that I send out to all my customers this month using the host code that's placing an order. Let me share that one with you just to remind you of the card that we created. Super cute, a little pocket card. And you're gonna get your hand on one of these. I will be sending them out to anyone who places an order with me this month. So you can certainly do that. If you haven't seen the video, it is here on YouTube, so you can go and check that out. It's actually a really simple card to put together. So, and you know, it's a pocket card, so lots and lots of fun. If you don't have the ice cream swirl bundle, you can certainly change it out for anything that you have, you know, which is really great that you can change this card up super easily. Tracy's Sunday Challenge. If you would like to join in, all you've got to do is take a photo of your card that you create, and then head over to my business Facebook page, find the challenge post, and then pop your card in the comment section. I would love for you to join in. And even if you don't join in, come over and see what everyone else is creating, because people have outdone themselves again this week. Lots of wonderful cards there, so go over and check that out. The theme was special occasion, so you can create a card for anything that's coming up, whether it be a birthday, a birth, engagement party, anniversary, you know. I did actually my anniversary, so this is the card that is, you can see the video actually here on YouTube if you want to see how I created that, but beautiful watercolor background. And if you haven't heard the story yet, been married to my husband Adam for 23 years. We got married and our theme was purple and butterflies. So every year I do a purple butterfly anniversary card for him, and yeah, sometimes I run out of ideas, but Stampin' Up! Brought out those paper butterfly accents, and that was fantastic. So made it really easy to create my card this year. So I love that. Have you guys been seeing the monochromatic Instagram hop that I've been doing each week? Super fun. Sometimes a little hard to do, and I will say this week was actually quite hard with pumpkin pie. So monochromatic, using the one color pumpkin pie. Let me show you the card. I used the hot air balloons bundle, and yeah, the video is also here on YouTube. I would definitely change a few things if I made this card again. The first one would be I wouldn't blend the edges with the blending brush or add a little bit of color to the background. Made it sort of a little bit dirty, and I think that's something that I don't really like. I think the white space would have looked so much better, but not a bad card anyway. But there is a new video coming out on Saturday morning with a new color and the monochromatic theme. So if those interest you, just check here on Saturday morning for a new video. Super fun. All right. Oh, thank you, Jeanette. Yeah, wedding, our anniversary was in February, so it's taken me a little while to add this to the Sunday Tracy's Sunday challenge, but we got there in the end. Rachel says, so many great ones on the hop. Who knew monochromatic would be so varied? I know. Actually, I'm still always surprised when I go on and see what everyone creates, because I sort of think, oh, why didn't I do that? Oh, that is such a great idea. So I'll probably come back in a few months using the same or similar layouts and ideas that people create with. But yeah, it's so nice to see so much inspiration there. Oh, thank you, Deborah. All right, so April, we have a new host code for the month. I've also got the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial is new, as well as the April bundle tutorial. So we are going to be creating my card for the Sweet Simple Stampers tutorial bundle for April, using the Let's Go Fishing Suite, which is a great masculine set. I think it's page 70, 71 in the annual catalogue, the current annual catalogue. But here is the 12 amazing cards. Great lot of masculine themed cards, which I think sometimes are the hardest ones to create. But with fishing, I think all males like fishing, don't they? I don't know. So I'm going to share that card with you in just a second. This is also available on my blog if you would like to purchase it, but you can grab it free just by purchasing in my online store this month. So you'll receive this absolutely free, as well as the pocket card. They're my free gifts for April. So those ones are completely to anyone who places an order. If you're placing an order of $65 in product before postage, you'll get those two free items, as well as April's tutorial bundle. So this one here has 43 projects in it this month, and I'll be sharing my project next week that's in the bundle tutorial. So that's going to be super fun to share that one with you. But yeah, 43 amazing projects. And yeah, if you spend $65 in product, you'll receive this one free as well. and also available on my blog if you would like to purchase it. It's an instant download, so as soon as your payment goes through, it's an instant download, so it's really, really easy. Let me show you the card that we're going to create tonight, and then we're going to pop the camera down. So here it is here. Very, very simple, lots of white space, and I really love how it turned out. So we're using a lot of the items in the Let's Go Fishing suite. So let's pop the camera down and we'll go over everything. Let's see if I can. I'm also going to move my chair out of the road. It's sort of, you're going to see a little bit more of my side desk. Okay. And can you tell how dark it is now? Daylight savings finally over, but just that little bit darker that we need our other lights. So let's bring all those in. The wind today was terrible. Okay. All right, fully set up. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad that you really like it. She says she has trouble with masculine cards. I do too. And, you know, I think most people do, unless you're creating for a specific individual where you really know them, and that can make it a little bit easier to create. But just to make masculine cards, it's just not something that I make a lot of, but I really love how this one turned out. So we have the stamp set or the bundle, which is the Gone Fishing. This is really great because, you know, you've got lots of different images, some great sentiments with Happy Father's Day, so glad that you're my dad, happy retirement, congrats, good things come to those who wait. So you've got sort of a good amount of different occasions there. And then the die set, which actually has 17 dies in it, so you can create a tackle box. You've got all the little pieces for boys and so many different things, and it's just gone out of my head. You know, your fishing lures and hooks, all that sort of stuff. So really like that one. So we have that set. I'm also using the Everyday Details dies just for my circle. You could use any circle you have, it doesn't really matter, but I really like the details with these little dots that are punched out. I have from that suite the Let's Go Fishing 12x12 DSP, and this is the actual piece that we're going to be using that I'll need to cut down. But let me just show you some of the designs, which make, you know, you can make some really great cards with these big, bold designs. That's an actual map. But some great fish. That's almost like a denim. Some flies. The fishing flies, that is. Fishing rods. Lots of different fish. Some nets and water. So we're actually going to use that little piece of water from that DSP. And then I have basic rhinestones. Some Simply Elegant trim. Can you believe this is retiring? I'm very, very sad. This has been a staple in my craft room. I love silver and gold. It's a nice thickness, but not too thick, very pliable. You're able to make bows and things really easily. And, you know, you can't go wrong with any project having a little bit of silver or gold. So very sad to see that go. I'm using the 3D embossing folders. They're stripes and splatters. So one has stripes, one has splatters. We're going to use the splatters. We have inks of Night of Navy, Balmy Blue. I've also got the Night of Navy stamping blends. And then lastly, our cardstock, basic white thick, Balmy Blue, and Night of Navy. Okay, so we have everything ready to go. I'm just going to grab out my sheet. So the bundle tutorial actually has all your measurements, your instructions, supplies, everything that you need, and some of us do videos as well. So some will have videos attached, which is a great little tool to have as well. So we're going to actually create our card base first, and this is a top folding card. So I'm going to score, this is A4, I'm just going to pop in at 5 7/8. I'm going to score, and then I'm going to turn it to the portrait side and cut at 4 1/8. And that gives me the card base. Oh, Cheryl, no problem. Thanks for popping in for a little time. Yeah, I did find her, Marion. I actually went over to Marion's place thinking that she may have had my DSP, sorry, my bundle, but I actually had it in my cupboard. Hi, Margot, how are you? All right, I also need this matting piece in the Night of the basic white. That's going to be 5.5 by 3 3/4. So I'm actually going to use the second part of that that card front. So 5.5 by 3 3/4. That's the one we're going to emboss with the 3D splatters embossing folder. So we have that one there. And Night of Navy, I need a piece that measures 3 3/4 by 1 1/4. So 1 1/4. So let's go this way. Three 3/4. And we also need to make this 3 3/4. And that's by 1 inch. That's it. We do need to do some embossing, so let's burnish our card front. So we've already scored it at the halfway mark. I'm going to bring in my bone folder and just make sure that's nice and crisp. I can move that to the side. I also don't need those just yet, so I can pop them under. This one we're going to pop in with that embossing folder, which we're going to have to go in twice just because it doesn't quite reach, which is fine. We'll be able to line that up. So let's pop that to the side. I do need my Balmy Blue and Night of Navy and our Everyday Details dies. So if you haven't seen these yet, they're in the mini catalogue. Oh, hi Jill, how are you? The DSP is the Let's Go Fishing DSP. So this one here in the annual catalogue. Also retiring. Okay, so we are going to actually die cut this one here, which is our second largest or third smallest. So that is going to be from the Balmy Blue. And then with the Gone Fishing Bundle, we need to do some stamping. And we'll be doing some die cutting as well. So I'm just going to get my dies out. So we need the buoy, the big lure, that one here. We need the little 3-piece bobbles and the fish. So I think that's everything. That's all the dies. That one those ones. Just going to move these to the side. And this one, we'll bring the big die cut machine in just a second. And then I have that other piece that we cut from the card base. All right, so the stamps that we're going to need are the half bauble. You guys can tell me that's not a bauble. It's a, come on Marion, help me out. I'm sure it starts with B. My dad's a fisherman too. Hopefully he's not watching. What else do we need? We also need that fly fish. So that is what we need. So I love that in this set we have this one, but then we can change it by adding a second colour underneath, which I think is really, really clever. A boy. Thank you, Deborah. Float, yep. Both of those work. I think I was thinking boy, which is why I was calling it a bauble. B, B, B. Anyway, I knew you guys would help me out. So these are photopolymer stamps, which need that little bit of cushioning. Now, normally my grid paper will do that. It's actually getting a little bit thin, so there's not a lot of cushion there. So I'm going to bring in my little piercing mat, and that should give me all the cushioning that I need. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Balmy Blue. Balmy Blue ink. We're going to stamp that fishing fly. And then I need one of these boys. Like so. I'm going to need this again in just a second, but let's move that to the side. Knight of Navy. We need another boy. And, you know, I'm not going to re-ink, not going to clean my stamp. This has got Balmy Blue on it. Bit of Knight of Navy is certainly not going to hurt it. And so we now have two boys in two different colours. Let's bring in that added on piece in Balmy Blue, and I'm going to add that to the Knight of Navy, like so. And then I want to come back in with the Balmy Blue boy and add the Knight of Navy to the bottom of that. See how good that looks? And you could use any colour. That's what's really great about it. And lastly, we're going to add that big fish. To me it looks like a tuna, but could be anything. And there's our stamping. Pretty quick and easy stamping, isn't it? And this mat, the piercing mat, works so well with the photopolymer stamps. If you don't have one, you can use, you know, a mouse mat. I think that's what they're called. You can get them at the cheap shop, but I'm pretty sure that Stampin' Up still sell these, so I highly recommend having one in your stash. So we're going to do a little bit of die cutting now. So I want to get all these images cut out. And what did everyone do on the weekend? Did you do anything exciting? We actually went to an engagement party and it was so much fun. It's a friend's son. And it was nice and local, so that was even better. Just down the road, actually. But it was great food. It's a Greek and Italian family. And you know, Greek and Italian people have great food. I think Adam had, most of his plate was meat. They did a lot of smoked meat, which was really, really good. And this weekend, I have no idea what we've got coming up this weekend to do. So I'm just going to pop these dies to the side so I don't lose any. Let's bring in the Balmy Blue. And I'm just going to quickly die cut that circle. And if you haven't seen this circle cut out before, the what it actually does is it leaves an imprint on the reverse side, the on the other bit, and then it also cuts around this side. So this piece here, you can actually go in with a larger punch or a die and cut out another circle, and you've got the inside layer of the little dots. But we're going to use this one here, and I will use my pokey tool to get those out. But what actually happens with this set, I don't know how well you can see because this is pretty mangled acrylic plate, but it leaves lots of little pieces. So I'm just going to get rid of those. If you don't get rid of those before you do your next die cut, once you put it through the machine, what that little excess pieces will indent into your cardstock. So you don't want to do that. And my little boys, where did they go? There they are. Whew, I thought I almost lost some dies. So we've got a little set of 3 little floats. I'm going to run those through. I'm going to use all 3 of those on the card as well. Almost went into panic mode thinking, what am I going to do if I can't find that? So we have those ones. Lastly is our embossed piece. So I'm going to move all those. We've got our number 1 plate. I'm going to line this back up again. This is a 3D embossing folder. It's actually a little smaller than normal. You guys might not know yet, but the new embossing folders in the new annual catalogue are actually super huge. They will actually be the size of this plate. So that is great news, because sometimes these little embossing folders are not big enough for us, so we have to run them through a couple of times. And I'm just using plate 1 and plate 4, which is that grey one. It's our 3D embossing plate. So it doesn't matter how big our card is, we're going to be able to get a nice, good image with the new embossing folders, because they're so much bigger. Okay, and now I'm going to run this one through. So I've just sort of lined up where it didn't emboss, and then run that back through. Negative side. Thanks, Marion. And look at how good that looks. So you can see a slight indentation along the edge where I've run it through twice. To me, I don't think that matters at all. Negative, that's the word I was after. It is so hard to do lives and think of absolutely everything. I'm sure my brain switches off sometimes. All right, so we have those. Let's bring in our other pieces. So we're going to lay it up onto our basic white thick cardstock that we already embossed. I need to grab my little circle and my pokey tool, my piece. Actually, I'm going to use my Take My Pick. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to work my way around and pop them out. And these will go on my floor, where I will do a little bit of vacuuming in the next couple of days. My floor under my desk always becomes a bit of a mess. Luckily the vacuum picks it up so easily. See all those little bits? Perfect. All right, so let's lay out our two pieces of Night of Navy and the DSP. I'm going to add them together with just some liquid glue. Hi Carol, you're from Michigan. Welcome. Is it late there? I would say it's very late there at the moment. Marion says, do you have the navy circle behind the light blue? Navy circle behind the light blue. I have the balmy blue circle in front of the Night of Navy piece. I think that's what you're meaning. So I'm actually going to pop this down first. And I'm only using the liquid glue for that. So this just breaks down that DSP a little bit by adding that Night of Navy on either side. And then I want to work on just this circle with all those little bits and pieces. So my Night of Navy outline with the balmy blue, this one's going to be glued straight down. And then I'm going to add a buoy. What I did is I popped everything down and then I added the buoys down last, but I want to add this one down first. Like so. And let's bring in all these other images. And I'm going to actually use my mini dimensionals, because it'll probably be, I won't have to cut any down. But the normal dimensionals will work, you just have to cut them down for some of them. There we go. I'm going to pop the fly down first. Like that. My buoy. And then I'm going to actually add an extra dimensional to the backs of this. This is actually going to be popped up twice. I'm hoping that they're in the correct position, sort of in between the buoys and the fly. Hi Sharon, how are you? That's okay to be a little bit late. I don't want to stick that down wholly and solely yet. Let's bring in our silver thread. Marion says, looks like a base behind. No, there's no Night of Navy. So I'm just going to create a couple of loops there with our silver twine. Actually, I think I might need to make that a little bit smaller. And I'm actually going to attach it to the back of the fish. And let's grab some tear and tape for that. Oh, a shadow. It could be that too, Jeanette, you're right. So that's keeping the twine down nice and well. I'll just chop this off like so. Pop him down. And then we can add our little boys in there as well. So these just sort of break down the colour a little bit. And the other one goes down here, but I'm just going to pop it up here. Cute. Now, before we pop it down, we are going to colour in our dimensionals. And this is a great little tip to have any colour embellishment that you're really after, is to grab a packet of dimensionals and your stamping blends, which are alcohol-based markers. They come in a light and a dark, and I think I'm going to use my dark. And I just want to colour in 3 of those. And let me show you. These won't work with our Stampin' Right markers, but they work perfectly with our alcohol-based stamping blends. And you've got your own gems in all the colours that the stamping blends come in, which is great. So I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of our little circle here, pop that up. And I am on my very ends of the dimensionals, so I need to cut them down a little. Oh, thanks, Rachel. Yeah, I think just adding a few elements bunched together looks really great. And it's just a few stamped images. A little bit of twine. Let's add him in there. I'm also going to pop this up. I think I popped it up. Yes, I did. I need to pop this one up as well. Oh no, I don't know whether I've got more dimensionals out. Let's have a look. I've used that one. Let's pop that away. I don't seem to have any more on my desk, so let me grab out a new from my drawer. New ones. Okay. And the Take My Pick tool, pokey end, works by taking these off so well. So if you struggle, you don't have fingernails or you have trouble getting those backing pieces off, use your Take My Pick tool. I'm going to pop that straight down onto the card base. The white on white background really stands out and looks really pretty. And then we're going to add our 3 little rhinestones that we coloured in. 1. And you can put them anywhere. Don't have to put them in the same spot that I've done, but how pretty is that card? Great masculine card. Just one of the 12 cards in the bundle tutorial. Available now in my online store, or you could purchase it. Let me bring it in again. You can purchase it if you're outside of Australia, but awesome. Love how it turned out. It's a really, really great masculine card. All right, everyone, that's it for tonight. You'll find more information on this card over my blog, which it is linked in the description of this video if you would like to see that. There's also the supplies are linked over there as well. But yeah, I really hope that you've enjoyed today's card from the tutorial. You'll get this free just by placing an order in my online store. So this is the host code that you need to use. Any size order will get you the tutorial bundle as well as April's thank you card using this one. Yeah. All right. I'll be back with a new video on Saturday morning for the monochromatic Instagram hop. So if you would like to check that out, come back then. And a video on Sunday for Tracy's Sunday Challenge. Thank you so much for spending a bit of time with me tonight. I really do appreciate it. Carol says it's 3:38 in the morning. Oh my goodness, Carol. Well, I really appreciate you staying up to watch me. I hope you can sleep after this. Yeah, Marion, third hand. I would love third hand. I'd need another mouth though too. Someone who can jump in and help when I get stuck with what I'm saying. You ladies do such a good job at that though. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you everyone. I love that you all love it. Thank you, Margot. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Marion. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Jeanette. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back with another video next Tuesday, which is the April tutorial bundle. So come back for that one. 5 o'clock Tuesday. All right, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night and have a great week. Bye-bye.